Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Mark Venuto, President and CEO, U.S. Network. And for the first time, I haven't had to memorize anything, so I get to read off this, which is fantastic for me. I'm going to have the panel do a quick introductions. We'll start from the far end all the way across the board. Do first name, company all the way.
Corey Ayers, VP of Channel at Lumify Cyber. We're an MDR provider, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Eric Fromm. I'm the Director of Security Solutions Engineering at Trustwave. Nice to meet everyone.
My name is Stacy Whitley, not Scott Barlow that you're seeing on the screen, and I am a Senior Channel Account Executive at Sophos. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. We want to make this informative too and fun, interactive. So if any time you have any questions, feel free. Questions, it's a small crowd, obviously. We're hoping for a little bit more, but that didn't happen. So the first question goes out to the panel all the way across the board. How do you see the cybersecurity landscape in 2025 and the biggest opportunities for the channel in this space?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. I think big opportunity particularly is in the SMB and SME market. I think tech consolidation is going to continue. You're seeing folks like Sophos, Coro, Total. I think that platform as a service, that modular approach, and that's really built for that SMB market. I think that's a trend that's been occurring, but 2025, I think a lot of that's going to continue to ramp up, and that is the opportunity for the channel is getting into that SMB, helping educate them, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well, but getting them to see that importance of, hey, you can take it slow, but you need to continue to mature. It's only going to continue to ramp up.
No, I didn't pay him for that answer either, just making it clear.
So I'm actually saying two things, right? One of them is Microsoft. Pretty much everybody has Microsoft in their environment today, but really how Microsoft has restructured their licensing around E5, we're seeing a lot of clients coming to us asking for help, right? And they're going through this transformation process of ripping out some of the traditional tools and then replacing those with Microsoft tools under that E5 umbrella. So that's number one. Number two is around CMMC. Anybody familiar with that?
One over there.
Okay.
There we go.
Good. So CMMC, this is something that's been put forth by the government, and this is a standard that organizations that basically need to bid on contracts, whether it's a contractor or subcontractor, they all have to fall under the CMMC compliance. This is, again, we're seeing a lot of folks that are coming to us with help. Right, they need that CMMC compliance to continue with their business. And this is something that's new. So this is a big trend that we're seeing this year.
To make it a little more unique than the first answer, because he's kind of stole mine, the threat landscape, what we see a lot is, we say this on a lot of panels and a lot of events, is the ever-evolving threat landscape is so wide and vast and much more mature these days. We've got AI. I mean, how many panels and positions have we heard about AI? But think about how that impacts your end customers and those users, right? Now you can't find a phishing email as easily because the spelling is correct. The sender looks legit. Their graphics are real. There's just so much more in that threat landscape that we're seeing that we really need to be looking and being more proactive in the approach. So not just finding those condensed, bundled cybersecurity solutions to help those end customers, but also finding the most advanced security solutions that can detect and have their own AI to detect the AI that's coming at them. So,
Thank you. Another question for the entire panel. How do partners build trust with customers that may be hesitant in investing in advanced cybersecurity solutions?
Yeah, I think education, right? I think a lot of customers are, they understand that they need cybersecurity. They hear about it, obviously, in the news, but we're the experts, you're the experts, so they're looking to you to really understand, what do I need to do here? You hear a lot. The cybersecurity market, as much as it's close to all of our hearts, is super convoluted, really hard to understand what MDR, XDR, MEDR, MXDR, all of the 20 different variations are, what they mean, why you need them. We spend a lot of time with our partners saying, hey, before even getting to technology and solutions, let's just start with education, understand where they're at today. And I think with that, you start to build trust, right? They come to you for those. And if you guys can start to be those connectors that get them to the right people that continue to help them versus just try and push solutions and technology on them, that's where they get that all day long. They're getting cold called emails. They're listening to everything on LinkedIn. And so if you can really just start to have intelligent conversations with them, they're going to appreciate that. And then they're going to start to build that trust around and see you as their cyber expert. I think that's probably the biggest thing I would do.
Yep, and I'll build upon that. I think that's a solid foundation. That on top of that, it's sitting down with clients. Typically, most folks, they have a strategy, they have something in mind, and this is where, as far as the channel partners out there, sit down with your clients, have that discussion. What things do you want to accomplish this year? Lay it out. And then as channel partners, you can come back and say, okay, we can bring in various folks to help meet this need, help meet this need. And it really gets into having you become sticky in that process, because it's about the strategy. Here are things that we can do versus selling point products and point solutions. The one and done is not helpful for any of us, but having that strategy, that long-term roadmap, really, clients value that. And that's really where, a lot of value comes in from the channel.
I'm going to keep building on this because everything they're saying is fabulous. I'll take it a step further. I think to build trust, too, when you're talking about all these things, you're the trusted advisor. Whether you're going in there to sell firewall, endpoint, pick your solution under the cybersecurity umbrella, you are there to help that end customer. So to build that trust, think about what their pain points are as that end customer. Cybersecurity insurance. Sophos doesn't sell it, but we talk about it all day long, because if you use some of our solutions, you can automatically qualify. So think through some of those things that you can help that end customer that maybe you're not getting paid commission on or something, but what's right for that end customer, and how can you bundle all of this, right? You guys can help them with those hefty, cybersecurity Excel spreadsheets that we don't even want to look at for them to qualify for insurance. That builds trust. You're there, you're in it with them, you're in it with that end customer. I would say beyond that is really just leveraging some of the outlets that are here for us. So it used to be CompTIA, now it's the Global Technology Industry Association, GTIA. Our VP is the board member there. They have some great research reports specifically around cybersecurity. You could share those. Just, general broad topics that help those end customers understand, back to the education point. And there's just some really great resources I'm sure that all of your vendors would have, the quadrants of, G2, Gartner, all these things. That helps build trust too, and that they are working with a valued provider of some sort.
Yeah. One more thing to add on to that. One of the things I think particularly advisors and channel partners are a little bit better suited to do than we are as vendors and partners is tie it back to their business, right? Seek to understand how does this impact what their goals are as a company, as executives, because they're obviously focusing on growth and expansion or whatever it might be, compliance, regulations. If you can start to really understand, how that impacts their overall business infrastructure and growth, and then work your education into that, I think that's a critical piece.
Thank you. So we're going to go back to Sophos on this, and obviously the latest, greatest buzzword is AI, and that's going to continue to evolve and grow from product and even a down market sale for the rest of our advisors from there. But Sophos emphasizes AI-powered threat detection. How can channel partners like myself and the folks out here leverage AI to obviously build an automated response and scale our cybersecurity sales?
So working with a company like Sophos, and I'm sure a lot of us leverage AI in cybersecurity these days, we almost have to keep up, right, with all the threats and the things going on in the global world. But we leverage AI in a lot of ways that can help you as the partners really thrive your business. A couple examples. In our one portal where you see all of your services, all of your customers, it becomes like, how do you send reports to these people? How much time is it taking you to send them what you're actually doing? How are you going to explain to them that if you've bought a service for them called Managed Detection and Response, that means you've outsourced your SOC. So you've got Sophos as the example doing 24/7 threat hunting. We're doing it proactively. We're doing it with AI feeds. We're doing it with humans, hands and eyes on keyboards. We're doing the incident response. But how do you explain that to the end customer who never sees any of that? They just think they're magically safe and secure. Well, AI in our platform will provide you with detailed reports on what we do on a monthly basis to keep them safe. That saves you, the partner, a ton of time from not having to write that out yourself. So AI now, I know there's so many ways we can leverage it. In our firewalls, you can actually go in as the partner and pick it. This is something a little different too, but you can even say if you don't want your the end customer doesn't want them using ChatGPT because they have proprietary information and all kinds of regulations and rule sets. You can turn that off with the firewall. So we also, and third, I won't take up all the time. I'm not trying not to be a hog, but Sophos has over 600,000 customers and growing. We just had a new acquisition, so the number's even higher. So anyone in PR, don't quote me on those numbers. It's more than that. But we leverage AI also as we are the provider. So Sophos is actually the backbone of the firewall, the endpoint, the email security. We do MDR, we do all of these services, right? So we have a huge data lake, and our AI capability actually scales that for us, looks at all these threats coming into our environment, and we can see it from different countries, different places. It makes us so much faster, greater, and that enables you, the partner, to be so much faster and greater to your end customers, providing the highest level of security that you possibly can. So
thank
just a
you.
few ways.
I appreciate that. So next we'll go to Trustwave. Let's take a look at Trustwave. Is strong, is known for advanced threat intelligence, and how does the channel partners like ourselves or advisors utilize that?
That's a great question. One of the things that we do is we actually produce threat intelligence reports for each vertical. So today we just released a healthcare report. If you look at the healthcare report or the briefing, right, these are things that you can share with folks, in your specific vertical as a way of having that initial discussion. Hey, we want to share something of value. You want to give them something. One of the things that you'll see within our healthcare or our vertical-based reports is we get into not only the people that are attacking to them, but other things that they can do to start to help mitigate some of these attacks. And this is where having a dedicated threat intelligence team that are tracking all the threat actors and who they're looking at, what industry they're looking at, what types of attacks are they leveraging, right? So we can, again, help educate folks to get out in front of these threat actors.
Thank you. Next one goes out to Lumify. Let's talk about your real-time threat response and how does that impact everyone in this room?
Yeah, so one of the things that Lumify does is we're a little different than a lot of the MDR providers on the market. We work with our partners to deliver the right technology, and we manage multiple different things. We call it the visibility triad: SIM, EDR, endpoint detection and response, and network detection and response, or NDR. We support probably 80% of the EDRs, 80% of the SIMs, 100% if you want of the NDR technology. So we work with our advisors to really figure out, based off of the customer's business, their use case, what's the right tech fit for them. We aggregate a lot of that into what we call Shield Vision. That's our proprietary SOC automation system, which enables us, if a customer wants to go from Microsoft Sentinel to Exabeam to Splunk and SentinelOne to CrowdStrike to pick your other EDR, really agnostic on our end. We do a lot of that reporting. We have a detection library that is actually cross or vendor agnostic. So we can build the same detections for SentinelOne, and if that is no longer the right technology for that customer for a variety of reasons, and they need to shift, we can forklift that detection, that correlation that we built to their new technology, keep it in our platform and Shield Vision. So it gives you as the advisor that flexibility to actually find the right solution for that customer at that time. People change, right? Networks change, technologies change. We spend a lot of time with our partners and clients saying, hey, 3 years ago, this was the right security stack. Things have changed, you've grown, you've shifted strategies, your regulations have changed. Let's actually reevaluate that. You get all of that same 3 years of research, reporting, threat intelligence that we provide, and now you just plug and play into that new technology stack.
Okay, the next question goes to the entire panel. It's co-selling strategies, collaboration. How do advisors work with each respective organization to, build their product portfolio, really understand it, and talk to us a little bit about the co-selling strategies? Doesn't matter, you can start left or right.
Yeah, I'll start. We are heavy on co-sell. That is one of the foundational aspects of our channel program, partner program. We seek out partners and advisors who want to bring us into opportunities from pre-sales marketing all the way to post-sales client support. We have a full CSM, TAM team. We obviously lean on you as our channel partners to help lead that, but we're going to be there, front and center, flying out. We're repping your colors, we're singing your praises. That is the most effective way for that customer to get the best experience, right? And that's kind of the key piece here. They're your clients, your relationships. We respect that, but we want to be front and center with you and tag team with you. Mm-hmm. Overall, we have a probably one of the more intensive partner enablement programs. It's about a 3-month program where we spend quite a bit of time, sure, on sales, co-selling, marketing, but operational support as well. That tends to be something that gets skipped. How are we going to implement this? What's your role? What's our role? What are margins? What's contracting? What's the MSA look like? How do you reproduce that to your customer? How do you fit into that? How do they fit into that? All of those conversations need to be had. We call it the foundational partner program, right? So we need to build that foundation. So when you go out to market, you're not kind of panicking when you sign that first client. I think we've all been there with a partner where we get excited, we sign something, we really don't know what we're doing. So that's one of our key strategies with our partner program.
Okay. And again, maybe to build upon that, understanding pain points to start with, right? What things are, clients basically trying to solve as a result of this? Very similar, I think, for us, not only having a solid onboarding process, but once that opportunity, that solution comes into place, how's that supported long term, right? And this is where we put in place a governance team to basically make sure that not only are we giving the client the right information about the solution, but it's understanding the business, continuing to build upon that strategy. Right? And I think this is another part where pain points change throughout the year, and having folks that understand the business, having that relationship, bringing that back, continuously updating. It's not a develop a strategy for the year and it's done. It's, what came up this month? What came up next month? Is the board asking for something different? Okay, well, let's put it on the strategy. How's that fit into the whole overall solution? We do a lot. We've got a number of different solutions, and this is where, for us at Trustwave, we will actually help clients build their board presentations, right? If that's what they need, we're there to help them. So it gets back to that Excel spreadsheet I think that Stacy mentioned earlier, right? It's developing things, being a part of their team, not just a vendor that sells a solution and you don't hear from them.
Solid. Go ahead.
So I'm going to make it a little simple. Sophos. My name is Stacy. I sell security, and we make it simple. See that? But in all honesty, Sophos has been around since the mid-'80s, a very stable company. What most people don't know is we are channel only. So how it pertains to you as partners in the room, it's incredible. We do not sell to end customers. We are there to support you. We are partner first, partner priority. We have many different channels, as I would call them. So we have a resell model. We have an MSP model. We are working with telecom agents. Whatever your title may be today, we probably have a program for you. Just like these gentlemen said, we're very friendly and easy to do business with. All we know is the channel. So we have portals, and don't worry if you called me. I am an actual channel account manager, feet on the street. You called me and said you needed something. Trust me, we are not the team that's going to say, just go to the Sophos portal. It's in there, right? We know that you can't find it. It's a needle in a haystack. We're there to help you. Presentations decks. We have RFP help desk. We have firewall sizing. We have so many easy ways for you guys to sell. We're there to help you. We're your partner. And I know some people don't like it when we say as a vendor, we're your partner, but we really do genuinely mean it. We want to be your partner. We want to be there with you, whether it is, any kind of PowerPoint, any presentations we can put your logo on and go present for you. We want to be there for you. We're a strong ally of yours.
Thank you. We've got about 5 minutes left, and like I said, we want it to be interactive, so we'll open it up for any questions that may be out there. Anybody have any questions for the panel? If not, we can continue with one more. Greg, nothing?
Karen?
we see a little bit of zero trust, and it used to be more popular about a year ago. I think it's a good framework. Clients still ask about it. We're seeing more of some of the other types of frameworks. And again, there's a lot of different strategies and frameworks folks can follow, and I think it's good, but it's also bad because sometimes it confuses folks. Like if a client doesn't have a framework, we'll start with, hey, zero trust, let's start here from a foundational perspective, but it's very wide, right? And this is where building that strategy out, hey, these are things that maybe you need to take care of right away, short term, midterm, long term. And this is like general funding. This is what you'll need for this solution. This is what you'll need for this solution, really to build out that roadmap for clients around whether it's zero trust or any of the other frameworks that are out there.
Sophos does sell ZTNA, by the way, just to chime in here, but I totally agree. I think it's a conversation that you can have with the end customer. Every environment's different, whether it's a distributed workforce, are they all remote employees, do they have actual offices? These are all questions you need to go in and then find the right solution. And so I'm sure all of our companies would love to help you with those conversations if you're not knowledgeable yet on some of the newer technologies out there, because we know we like acronyms and we know we always have new technologies coming. So I think we've all hit that we're great partners for you to have.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think, circling back there, you're 100% right. One of the, I don't want to say easier ways for you as advisors to really kind of dip into cybersecurity is to target CMMC. And again, going back to the education, I think a lot of people are kind of spooked by it. It's been, if you've been following it, CMMC, from my perspective, feels like it's been in motion for 10 years now, and keeps gaining push, but it's real now. It's here, it's coming. And I think people who haven't been preparing are scrambling right now, and they're looking for help. They're raising their hand saying, hey, I want to help. That's your opportunity to say, I am here to help and advise you and help guide you, because a lot of, unfortunately, and this is the cyber market that we're in, there are a lot of people who are going to say, oh, my solution is going to solve all of your problems by this technology. And I think we all know that's not the case. And so it goes back to education. I think that's where, particularly in the channel, you have this really good opportunity to kind of help people take a deep breath and have the right conversations about it.
The CMMC part is also, as channel partners out there, bring us in, allow us to sit alongside of you. Let's go through those 110 controls, explain them, educate your clients, and then start aligning solutions. What does it take to meet CMMC, right? What things can we do from a Trustwave perspective? What things can Sophos do? What things can various folks do to help meet these various controls that are out there? And it's, again, CMMC is a great framework. We've got, and again, we're one of the few companies that actually are CMMC certified. We've got FedRAMP, moderate. We, again, within our Trustwave Government Services group, all the folks that are in there are secret, top secret cleared. All of that information comes together. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, we'll close it out. So call to action. How can everybody get involved within, get started with each respective company today?
Yeah. Go to our website. There's plenty of information there. I think a lot of people like to self-learn. Raise your hand. We've got people across the country. We are happy to get you down. We're based in Scottsdale, Arizona. We do SOC tours. We like to bring your clients down there, make sure that they get a good understanding and see what that SOC experience looks like, what cybersecurity looks like. But yeah, raise your hand, send us an email. There's a partner form on our website. We're here to have conversations, real and direct, and say, hey, maybe this isn't the right fit for what you're trying to do or for what your clients are. Let's point you in the right direction. Maybe Sophos is the better option. Maybe Trustwave is the better option. But starts with the conversation. So please reach out if you're interested.
And I'll follow that with education. If there's something you need, right, we've got a lot of different services that we can provide. And this is really where we've got clients with different maturity levels, as I'm sure you see as channel partners. Bring us in. Let us not only educate you, right? If you want to learn more about Microsoft and MXDR and how that can help and how that's maybe different from your traditional MDR solution, let us talk about it. Let's share that information, again, to start to empower you to have these discussions with clients. We've got a number of other things that we do. We just increased our commission rates, so we're now between 20 to 30%. We're one of the more aggressive things. So again, a little bit more incentive for folks to go out and bring us into things. But we also have spiffs that are out there as well. So for Microsoft solutions, for clients that have purchased a E5 license and they want to start testing out some of these solutions, we do this no charge. It's all about education. We come in, set things up in the environment. There's a spiff for that for you on the back end. But I guess I'll turn it over to you on that.
Solid. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Sounds
Close us out.
good. So closing remarks here. You can find me personally at booth 1050 on the floor this week if you need to talk to us that quickly. We also have a website as well with our applications to become a partner. You can find me on LinkedIn, anything. Again, my name is Stacy Whitley. It is not Scott Barlow. Remember that, but you can reach out to Scott. He is my boss. He will respond as well. But we've got a great team to help you. Very easy to become a partner, very easy to work with us. We'd be more than happy to jump on a call, do a quick phone call, tell you about us, see if it's a good synergy, a good mix. Beyond that, don't be strangers. Everybody needs to be secure and safe out there. Everyone on this panel is great, so hopefully you reach out to all of us. And thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it and your time.
Thank you for coming out here. I truly appreciate it.